When I was a bairn, the name Jesus was used in Greek cases. Accusative Jesum, vocative Jesu, genitive Jesu, dative Jesu. From Yeshua, Yehoshua, Yeshua, Hebrew. Greek Jesus. Ichthus, Greek, is fish. Latin Jesus, we were taught. 7th Skrida of Óðsmál for bairns. Icelanders have always believed that after winter, spring shows up. That is why we overlive. The Danish king wanted to move us to Jutland, so that we would not die from cold and hunger. We refused. No thanks, Mr. King, here is best. So we continued to live in our eternal spring. Sif Easter, Esther, holidays and special days, Veturkonungur, King Winter, and Snædrottning, Snow Queen. Esther, Easter, Ostara, is a Germanic spring deity. Vorgyðja, Ostri, means in ancient Persian language perhaps a star. Spring festival, Easter, she is often pictured as a 13-year-old girl. Pesach is a lamb to be slaughtered in the desert somewhere down south. Mother to Jesus, Miriam, Mary, is a human in the Roman fabula. Gerður, Freyr. God, Son, is the father. Sun gods play a vital role in ancient nature's festivals. We see Jesus step down to hell and rise again from there, as all sun gods do. The Roman Empire calculates from first new moon after winter solstice, uses certain weekdays. Easter is as pagan as can be, in spite of recycled stories and different names given to characters. The Caesar had overtaken Jesus. The Romans put a lot of suffering into Easter festival. They killed Paul, made Paul forgeries. Carnevale means goodbye meat, and is ancient spring detox, good for the body. Ask Don Brennan, the Irish Ayurveda doctor. In South America, carnival, spring detox, is in autumn, the wrong equinox. Chais is the Gaelic name for the spring festival. Uppchaiske is the egg. What is inside an egg? New life, beginning of a new life. Miriam is fertile spring deity, mother to Jesus, but he is birth of light at Yule, 9 months later. Mary's spring deity, like Easter, is always a virgin. At Yule, days start to grow longer. A promise, spring will come in due time. Norse name for Yule is Jól or Yule. Edlisif, Elizabeth, is infertile, autumn. 9 months later, mother to summer solstice, when days start to grow shorter in the northern hemisphere. That is John the Baptist. All this obviously much older than Anno Zero and the Roman Empire. Sif, the gold-haired, is the ripe flax in the meadow when the autumn winds blow. Sif is the goddess of autumn and harvest. In spring, all good whites bless the meadow. We transcend regularly, which is a gift in return for nature, for her kindness, and to reinforce her natural power of growth. Rain will come in the right time, when men nísa niður, so to imbibe into nature, and into human life, the perfection of ginnungagap, nema upp fimbulrúnir, and stinna stafi. Then our life-giving nature will be kind to us. Odin is Jólnir at Yuletide, Jól. Flies in the sky, perhaps the model for Santa, who is Nicholas, Bishop of Myra, Greece or Turkey. Jólnir chases away whites of cold and darkness. Burns put out hay and oats for his reindeers, or his Sleipnir, because the Yule presents are all about giving. Burns in the north give, help with Jólnir's task to chase away cold and darkness. Help nature, feed good whites, and soon spring will come. 4 are our seasons, and 4 are the main directions. Do we know poem Gróttasöngur, a gold ring on crossroads? Perhaps the same as the cross in the circle, ancient symbol still in use. Long ago Atlantis was, or so we claim. Long ago there existed cultural societies who possessed science far more perfect and profound than ours today. Our use of nature's bounties used to be better than man's greed in the Dark Ages. We have heard many stories about man's ignorance, our bad urður, whose returning skuld sunk their lands. In the Arctic Circle region, the north, great culture survived the Dark Ages. Much greater than we fathomed during those dark ages of ignorance and deliberate damage. Arctos in Greek means bear. Here we see the big bear constellation in the sky. Antarctic is down under, and South America, where our polar star cannot be seen. What constellations are theirs in the Antarctic? Christianity moved the pagan culture of Europe as a whole package to countries south of the equator as a part of their conquest, gaining territory. Poor Santa is sweating at the real summer solstice on southern hemisphere. Evergreens are decorated inside, yet they have blooming trees outside. Middle of summer, now days start to grow shorter. Easter, the eggs and the bunny in autumn. The understanding got lost. Sun gods die and are resurrected at winter solstice. What is left there, down south, is belief in the letter. Nothing to do with the origin and meaning. Vetur konungur is supposed to dwell among the penguins when we have summer. According to labor contract, he has 26 weeks holiday in summer. But he loves Iceland and can show up here any time, even during summer, along with Snædrottningin on mountain tops and glaciers. Also in early spring when the grass wants to have summer. Santa sweating down south, while we have Svásuður and Vindsvalur and Kuldaboli. As you are bound to see for yourselves on this art piece, Sigurður, George, kills the dragon. George, Greek ge, earth, gain to work. Landworker, a farmer. The name Sigurður, sig, orusta, a battle. Urður, vörður, a protector or protected. Perhaps the dragon is Kuldaboli, bull of cold, and the good guy, spring. George and Sigurður Fáfnisbani are the good guys. The dragon, Fáfnir, the bad guy. Perhaps also Jólnir and the whites of cold and darkness. Close up of hand-to-hand fighting. Some stories, one and the same story, are found all over. Some bedtime stories are ancient myths and godspell in disguises. We also know Ginnungagap to be known in ancient cultures under many names. Cultures and tradition, siður, of peoples evolve within each nation in their particular land in accord with the laws of nature there, each nation's own country. We need to understand its siður as it is, its true core and essence, as it has evolved with a nation in her own place on earth. The names Höður, Baldur are from Sanskrit Shatru, Bal. On the picture, Nótt, Dagur, Shatru, Bal. Höður, Baldur, Hrops, Sigtoftir, Vindheimur, Himin, Himalaya. The laws of nature mold the siður that belongs to a nation. In tune with place and circumstances, it is her culture. By revering and understanding our own siður, we gain fair winds here where we live, in our own land. Forni siður, ancient tradition, is our culture and tradition in the north. It will always be our siður. It will evolve according to natural law here, in our lands, among us. Icelandic settlers are thought to have come to an unoccupied land. It is a privilege to always have been the only nation in our land, no invasions. Note, in the West Fjords, Vestfirðir, prehistoric fossil woods have been found. The center of Iceland, on the other hand, is younger volcanic beds. But a drastic invasion of cultures can occur. If we do not understand our own precious siður, we lose our culture, our cultural heritage, our priceless treasures. Whatever gets mixed with it, whatever tries to suffocate it and exploit it, we shall have to preserve its sheer beauty and the abyss of knowledge contained herein. People should learn to define the concepts they use. What I mean here is to be literate on imported alien customs that bear pseudo-names meant to confuse. They can be parasites. Mistletoe, too young to make an oath, hangs on a tree. A hemi-parasite needs a tree for its support. Can be decorative in itself, but became Baldur's bane. By roots, the tree finds its nourishment. Our real roots are in the three wells of which no one knows the origin. However nice other men's religions are, they belong only among them, not here. Truth is one, the wise call it by many names. Truth always prevails. Enlightened men like Jesus talk about truth, the eternal, eternity itself. On the other hand, systems and institutions come and go. Threat-imposed, imported systems can get mixed up with the prevailing siður. Theocracy of the Roman Empire was threat-imposed upon us. I beg you to understand the fundamental difference between theocracies and theosophy. Theocracy is a tool to dominate the masses, and theos is abused to embellish the tool. Gnostic, the pure knowing, is theosophy. That is contained in fornisiður. Our fornisiður can never be misused as a tool to dominate. A nation that lives and reveres its own siður lives svatarma, understands the profundity of its forefathers' wisdom and science of life. A nation that lives and flatters for alien imported institutions lives paradharma. Svadharma, our own life, brings blessings. The dangerous paradharma is to live the life of others. Óðsmál is all about symbolic language, allegory, etymology, abyss of meaning, understanding the beauty of fornisiður, our cultural and spiritual heritage, our siður, which evolves in accordance with laws of nature in our country. Too many Northerners make silly books and plays about surface values of fornisiður. The only part they see is the surface, illiterate on the true meaning. They have never been taught true understanding. Even the National Theatre in Iceland put on stage a porno piece abusing an Edda poem. Taxpayers' money used for that utter lack of understanding of our fornisiður. Who is to blame for our lack of understanding, our disdain? Lack of education. Winter solstice varies from year to year. 22nd, 21st, 20th December, our Jól. Birth of the light of life, thousands of years old festival. Summer solstice, 22nd, 21st, 20th June, also our ancient festival. The Roman Empire uses these holidays in the conquest for territories, changes the names to suit their own stories. There are large and small cycles, not only the deaths and rebirths of sun gods, day-night, summer-winter, and much bigger. Mundilfari, mandala, Google Earth's axis. 26,000 years to make one circle. Our beloved Mother Earth is olden. Jól in Gaelic is Noleg. Then Mabon, autumnal equinox. Ostara, vernal equinox. Ostara, the eastern wind. Lita, summer solstice. Jól, a Geola, winter solstice. And we know Kore, Persephone, Demeter, and Hades from the Greek. Some claim the Scandinavian goat to have changed into our cat, jólaköttur. Capricornus zodiac sign, Glitnir. Is that lucky? Makera, 10th house, Glitnir, house of forseti. Is Freyr Icelandic leppalúði? Is Grýla perhaps Gerður Geimisdóttir? Gullinbursti and Auðumbla í Álfheimum belong to second zodiac sign. The fertility symbol, the horns on the goat, did not become horns on the cat, jólaköttur, but landed on Grýla, who is always a Yule character. The devil also got horns, but that invention of devil does not exist in fornisiður. Some Icelanders admired that stupid devil because of his efficient heating facilities. Cycles are also our lifespan and our stay in hell. Little cycles as that of daily transcending, and the huge Satyuga and Kali Yuga parts of the four Yuga, huge cycles. Then Ragnarok and new universes coming into being. Freyja is in charge of that issue, creating universes. Hers is Fólkvangur, the 9th zodiac sign. A cycle. With fórnum, we sacrifice mind and individual consciousness into the gap. Nista, við föllum aftur þaðan, fall from there again, into the realm of thoughts. Dvíja, twice born, now having become a pure man. Hermóður or hermóður, struck by grief, takes a trip to hell to regain the sun god Baldur, light of life, brightness of sun for us. Many men and gods go to hell and rise from there again. We have heard many such stories. The artist wants to show the thunder noise of Hermóður and his wrath. Actually no need for this good outfit and sturdy gear, nor the threat, as no weapons are of any use to conquer hell. She is but a part of a cycle. We are eternal beings that never die. Our symbolic language is ancient and beautiful. We live and evolve in a world. What theocracies abuse is for their egoistic purposes, the gaining of territory. On this picture, Glaðheimar and Ægir on the top. So when we nísumst niður, we nísumst up. Who cares about up or down here, as long as we transcend to the innermost glory of life? Urður verðandi skuld are that law of nature that, as we sow, so we shall reap, law of karma. Baldur, the good and son. One thing is necessary. We should transcend, nísa niður, to live in tune with the flow. Nature then will care for us, all our needs and wishes. We own beautiful whites, and gyðjur, goddesses, whom we shall celebrate. Mother Earth takes good care of us, her bairns. She gives us day and night, winter and summer. Let us never abuse nature's bounty. She gives, and we give her back by drawing the zapper to human life from Ginnungagap, unified field of total natural law. That fourth present that we bring to the feast, she gladly accepts. This is how we nourish all life. It is the best nourishment for her and for ourselves. It is really practical to nísa niður, nema upp fimbulrúnir and stinnar stafi, learn 9 galdrar góðir, and ljóðin. Einherja know, they live Valhöll, the exalted state of consciousness. Nature cares for the needs of the enlightened man. When a plant is about to wither, a clever man gets the idea to water it. If we need to shovel, a clever man uses a shovel. When we are going to fetch water from the well, we are clever and get a bucket and a rope. When we seek abundance of worldly happinesses, we are clever and learn to nísa niður, transcend. Mother Nature likes that. The orderliness in nature so gets balanced. We so reset the perfect harmony in the world. Here we have a Valkyria, a performance serving Odin consciousness. She uses a certain gungnir, sound, that charms the sense of hearing. Then mind, hanging, pending, automatically gets the chance to slip into Glaðheimar, the gladness and width of pure bliss. On the picture, soa sér. To nísast niður is that mental quiet enactment, only a technique, a tool. To soast into own consciousness, soa, give, individual consciousness, soa, even separate thought of sound into universal consciousness, become one with the gaf ginnunga. Nísast niður, falla aftur þaðan, aftur og aftur, again and again. Pick up fimbulrúnir in every dip. Know this to be the most practical thing on earth. Forni siður is really a practical siður, custom, tradition. Ginnhelgur, most sacred, in its abyss. The most beautiful and precious we own. Röðull í reið, sun on her path, is a cycle too. In the profound sense, regularly transcending. Valkyrjan is born along with man, serves consciousness, Odin, so that soon we shall reach Valhöll enlightenment, fully alive, healthy and blissful, preferably in this our present lifespan. The whole purpose of transcending, and thereby to gain purity, is to evolve to become the enlightened einherji. The only purpose of lifespans. What we are born to. Man trees on the shore have roots in Ægir, Ginnungagap. From there we nurture life. No longer örlöglaus, fateless, driftwood. Askur, Embla, you and me, and all the others. It can be so tiring to row a whole lifespan, not knowing where we are heading. We see little waves and huge waves, compare small waves to huge waves, but have not the faintest idea about why we are rowing. To see only waves and surface is not the purpose of living a life. We do not know that our human nervous system, Sleipnir, is a most useful tool for taking a trip to Ásgarður and imbibe here Odin's mead of wisdom. We shall dwell in the tune with the gods, swear of laws of nature. Rum sú taug sem rekka dregur tífa túna til. Our real home is most naturally lived. Great fun to possess álftarhamur, swangeis, fly in gand reið, goose right, over the sky of consciousness. Unbelievable freedom to get Ullur, the skiing god, under ásinn Ullur, to break the fetters of our vicious cycle, in which we ignorantly and unknowing live a lifetime. The vicious cycle is explained in Skræða number 4. We can find many ancient holidays and need not import alien or foreign ones. One is first day of winter. On that day, vetur konungur and snædrottning take on fancy costumes, arrive riding horses, and all barns take part, whether they own horses or not. Everyone dressed up in costumes that indicate coming of our season, winter. I recommend homemade costumes. Do not buy these ugly imported Halloween ones, even if the shopkeepers want your money. In the end of October, beginning of November, we celebrate coming of winter. This is our old holiday. Come along, everyone, we shall have fun together. Our year counts 26 weeks of winter and 26 weeks of summer, so since the settlement. First day of winter is always a Saturday, day of Loki. We always celebrate our old and good holiday, first day of summer, sumardagurinn fyrsti, which is always on a Thursday, Þórsdagur. Sumardagurinn fyrsti is our only holiday that has not been stolen and or changed into something foreign, imported by theocracies or the people. We do not need any imported holidays. Too much of such things already. Too much has been suffocated and destroyed already. When we look at the imported ones, we see that they were stolen from us to begin with, simply have been adapted to the alien systems. We should find our good old ones, and that will be a reunion, will be sheer happiness. Special or remarkable days might have been marked on öndvegissúlur, high seat pillars, and therefore bear the name merkisdagar, mark days, remarked days. The Vedic calendar is created by natural law. It is not man-made. It is based on the functioning of the laws of nature. It is not a tool to keep record. The Vedic calendar brings the order of natural law into our lives. It tells us on which day a specific law of nature is more wide awake than usual and can be approached with more benefits for our lives. The Vedic calendar tells us about the rhythms of nature. Detail of a large dark blue Yule tablecloth sewn by my beloved mother Lilja. Gudrun Dimblau gives all credit to her guru for his profound science of life. My teacher Maharishi, Indian physicist, points out to us where to find the knowledge and the understanding, and it teaches us the technique to transcend nýs and niður. Best of thanks, Maharishi, my great teacher. Óðsmál research is supported by Ministry of Culture and Education in Iceland. Óðsmál freyjukettir, norræn menning. Óðsmál for Burns, 40 skræður, are the key to the allegory and symbolic language. We now gain the understanding of the heritage handed over from our forefathers. Now we get to know why we are born, what the purpose and goal of man's each lifespan is. We now fathom the profound beauty of our spiritual heritage. Nýsið niður, nemið upp fimbulrúnir. TM technique is easy, natural, easily learned and works. Hundreds of scientific research to support that. We shall understand why we decide to be born, what the real and only purpose and goal of our lifespan on earth are, find the sheer beauty and profundity of our reverend forefathers' wisdom, knowledge, science of life, science of consciousness. We shall understand and appreciate the wisdom contained in our spiritual and cultural heritage. Knowledge cannot be given by anyone. The pupil gains knowledge from within himself. He is consciousness, where all knowledge abides. Understand the real meaning of nature's holidays. The Vedic holidays are not man-made. They are made by natural law. Sometimes a specific law of nature is more wide awake than usual. Then it can be approached for more benefits for our lives. Burns on 64 degrees to 66 degrees north. Remember sumardagurinn fyrsti, first summer day in spring, and celebrate the first day of winter in autumn, vetrar komu gleði. Equinoxes, Yule and summer solstice, great joy. Baldur the good and sun in hell. Our natural cycles.